And we are going. What's going on with everybody? It is your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, getting into your real raw rugged. And I got somebody on the other line, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man. Who we got here today?
What's up, man? I'm Niontay, coming live from my mama crib right now, chilling.
So before we get into this, it's Niontay, not Niontay.
Yep, Niontay.
Got you. Is that you know how like in school like the substitute like get certain niggas names wrong? Was you one of them names people got wrong?
Bro, everybody but my mama called me Niontay. That's why I started telling motherfuckers, like, just call me Tay.
Got you. Cause I was for sure calling you Niontay till just now. I definitely thought it was Niontay, but
Nah,
it's Niontay.
yeah, I'm used to that shit, for real.
Got you. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, bro. Woke up, my little sister room and shit. My mama got me drinking some motherfucking seltzer water. Can't complain.
Hey man, I'm hyped for this interview because I guess I take it back. We didn't FaceTime, but I seen you on FaceTime before. I had no clue that was you until you told me when I interviewed Mike. So if anybody's seen my Mike interview, he panned the camera over for like 5 seconds, like, oh, the homie in the back. And I had
Yep.
not heard of your music at the time until like maybe like a year later. So now we're here and bro, niggas love you, dog. Like niggas I told like two people I was gonna interview you and they was like, oh man, I can't wait. So like niggas are hyped about you. But before we get into the music, I have to ask the burning question that I don't know if everybody want to know this, but I want to know this.
Yeah.
What went wrong for you to be a Boston Celtic fan? That's where I want to start at.
Out of
What went
here,
wrong in
bro.
your life for that to
Fuck
happen?
on, Eric. Come on, man. You first off, you a Heat fan, right?
Of course, man.
So you skipped the Magic and went straight to the Heat.
Can I keep it a buck with you? I might get flack for this for real sports fan, but my first ever favorite team was the Magic. But let me say why. Because we were just talking about where I'm from Jacksonville, and that was the local game that we would get because we're closer to Orlando than Miami.
Uh,
So like
uh,
every day or every time they play, I would be like, okay, like I get this local game, so I watch them. So I was messed up about them Dwight Howard teams and Jameer
yeah,
Nelson them niggas or whatever. But my favorite player all time is Dwayne Wade. So I always liked D Wade. But yeah, I eventually was just like, yeah, I'm fucking with the Heat. So yeah, man, I'm a Heat nigga, man.
hey man, shout out to y'all boys. Y'all fuck niggas, man. But nah, bro, I be finding myself explaining this shit too much. Basically, my pops was a real like hooping legend around the way in Milwaukee. All my people from Milwaukee. I was born in Milwaukee. The nigga hooped with KG and Sam Cassell in high school, like Midwest shit. You feel me? So by the time them niggas got to Boston, you gotta think Ray Allen was drafted by the Bucks.
Yeah.
He got shipped off to Boston from where I think he came from Seattle. By the time I was like really like conscious, like, oh, my pops like watch basketball, follow basketball. It was Celtics, like that's all it was, like Celtic Air Force Ones and shit, like all type of Celtic warm up gear and shit. So I'm like, all right, we Celtic fans, like this is all I know. So it was like '08 for real. So since then, and then I moved to Florida, bro. Coincidentally, my the two first niggas I met when I moved, not moved to Florida, but moved to a certain area in Florida, like Pleasant Hill. The first two niggas I met, like my best friends from back in the day, they didn't Dante. They from Boston, they Celtics fans too. So I was just like, you feel me? It was just too easy, bro.
No, for sure. I mean, like I said, growing up during that era watching basketball, definitely remember the classic KG teams and anything is possible and all that shit. So
Nah,
like, so
exactly.
nah, that was that's crazy. But I was looking through Twitter or whatnot, and I that explanation makes sense. I have to do read this hating ass tweet that you sent out about my guy, man. You said it's always that one nigga who averaged like 12-5 in the regular season. You a hating ass nigga for this right here, who just decided to turn to prime Wardell Curry in the garden. Oh my gosh, fuck Caleb Martin and them little two weak ass braids on the top of his shit.
Bro,
Dog, that nigga went crazy, dog.
that nigga had me sick, Eric, bro. I'm watching this shit live with all the homies, like, embarrassed. Like, this nigga just can't miss game 7, like he was fucking niggas up that whole series. Like niggas are going a little 10-0 run. This nigga Caleb Martin get niggas back in the game by himself. Like how y'all letting this nigga hoop? Like how y'all letting this nigga hoop, bro? That shit just I'm too emotionally attached to the Boston Celtics, bro.
I appreciate you. Hey, I'm the same way with the Heat, man. Shout out to Caleb Martin. Shout out to J. Cole. You know that's how nigga got on the team through J. Cole?
For real?
So that nigga played for the Hornets.
The
And
Hornets, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Jit was cut. And I guess, that's North Carolina, Cole up there or whatever. So like I guess he was like hooping with Cole. And Cole cool with Karan Butler, who coach on our team, and he hit up Karan Butler, was like, "Hey dog, y'all need to get this nigga a tryout." And he was like, "All right, I'm gonna let them niggas know." And ever since,
That,
so shout out to Cole World, man.
that nigga J. Cole got pulled in the basketball
Hey,
world.
what? Nigga just calling niggas, get niggas on team. That is really crazy.
Nah,
But that's interesting. You said your dad was a hoop legend, or he was like a nigga that was known for hooping up there. Do you hoop?
yeah, I low key do hoop. That's like some shit that most niggas don't know about me, but I'm pretty raw. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Really? What's your game? Like, if you had to describe like how you play.
Like, I'm a shifty type of nigga. You feel me?
Okay.
But I'm like a pass first type guard. Like I grew up
Mm.
watching Rondo and shit. You feel me? So I'm like D Rose mixed with Rondo and some shit.
You decent at 101?
Yeah, I put money on any rap nigga.
Okay,
I'm
for sure.
busting their ass. Any rap nigga, NLE chopper, any. I really want to see what's up with Quavo.
Mm. How
This
tall?
the end. Then we gonna get it.
How
My
tall
nigga
you
Eric
is?
out. I ain't saying all that on the webs, bro. You gonna have to.
Hey man.
Nah, 5'8", bro. I'm
5'8". Okay, I asked that because I like me to whoop your ass in basketball. So that's why I brought that up. I like me to bust your ass. So that's how I
Nigga,
feel, man. You know what I'm
we
saying?
3 hours away right now. We can.
Hey, we can make it happen, bro. Hey, no, I'm not gonna lie. I'm in terrible shape right now. You would definitely get me out of here, but let me. You feel me? Cause hey, a nigga might. I'm a shooter, so that's my
Yeah.
game. I'm a. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to shoot that bitch, but definitely got to set that up one day. But nah, I do want to, before we get off this, I do want to talk about like your father. Like, how was it like growing up? I guess like in a basketball type of family, like seeing him watch basketball. Like, did that like kind of like, like I guess gain the way that you look at basketball? Like, did you get your love for basketball from him?
Yeah, for shit show. And then when he passed, it drove me to really like be on some ballers life shit, you know. But
Mm.
growing up in that shit, it was cool because he used to coach AAU and shit. So I used to just be around that shit and like it was cool, bro. It was cool. You learn a lot from hooping just like in your everyday life. You can translate that shit.
No,
You
for
really
sure.
think about it.
No, for sure, for sure. And before we get off of this, to make things a little bit more even, hey, growing up in Jacksonville, of course we have Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, I get a lot of flack because I'm a New England Patriot fan. So same in that Boston area, and I mean, boy.
Nigga, nigga, what?
Hey,
Crazy.
hey,
That's
but
crazy.
very similar though. So back in like, bro, when the Jacksonville Jaguars were terrible, they couldn't sell any tickets. None of
Yeah,
their games would come on TV. It would be blackouts and like I don't know what the translation is, but like I guess you don't sell enough tickets. They don't put shit on TV. So we got
TV.
none of their local games. So instead, a lot of Patriot games would be like the local CBS game that I would see. So I grew up just watching that nigga Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Randy Moss, one arm and hand shit. So yeah, I definitely feel you being a Florida nigga rooting for a Boston team. So,
See, we got reasons though. It's not like niggas just jumped on the bandwagon. Like,
exactly.
niggas got.
Hey, speaking of jumping on bandwagons, niggas are jumping on your bandwagon right now because it's crazy. So I'm gonna tell you why I find you interesting. I find you interesting because as a Florida nigga, I know what Florida niggas look and sound like. When I seen you. I forget like when the first time I actually seen you. But when I seen you, I was like, I seen you with Mike or somebody, and I was like, oh, this is a Florida nigga. I was like, I ain't need to hear you talk. I was like, I could just look at this nigga. This nigga somewhere in Florida. So listening to your music, what's interesting to me is that you have like the Florida sound, the Florida swag. You got the Wicks, and you have this swag over these beats that you really wouldn't hear a lot of Florida niggas rap on. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Growing up in Florida, you know what type of Florida music niggas like, and you like even shit like Ain't Shit. That's some shit I can see a Florida nigga rapping over.
yeah,
But
yeah,
you'll rap over some shit like the City of 100 Plays, where I'm like, that's not some shit a Florida nigga rap on.
yeah.
But it's interesting to me because you take a Florida approach to it. So is that something that you consciously doing, or is that just how it come up?
low key, it used to. At first, it was just how it came out, but then I started paying attention to that shit. Like, okay, I think niggas is like understanding it more. Cause I be trying to just approach shit like rap on the beat, how niggas wouldn't rap on the beat, like get in the pocket that niggas wouldn't find on a certain beat. You feel me? So I definitely be trying to hone in on that shit a little bit for sure. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that something that have people brought it up to you? Like, damn, bro, like is that something that people bring up? Like, damn, bro, you got like a Florida swag over this shit.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's one of the main things that niggas say. Like, oh, I could tell you from Florida, or like, just like the pocket, like, oh, like the flow you catch over these beats is
Yeah.
like that's what be catching niggas. I think for real.
And I feel like it's a lot of that on Dante's Inferno, which was like the first full length thing I heard from you. And I had DM'd you when I listened to us, the City of 100 Plays. I was like, bro, this shit is amazing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And that I'm all I want, and the way you just start talking, what that boy say? It sound and it look good, but nigga, is that how you living? You a slick talking ass nigga. You a slick talking ass nigga, and I love the way you talk. You feel me? What that nigga say? That nigga say, that
thank
nigga
you.
say, I got demons like you. Difference is my game, mine squad, mine cool. You know, I like
Cool.
that. I like that slick talking ass shit right there.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Come on.
I like that, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Of course, man. So starting off with that song, you told me that you made that beat, and what other beat? Like you said, you made them like in succession.
I made I made the city of 100 plays beat. I made back to high, back to rap. Like the first 5 beats I made, and then I made ain't shit with 454. Me and the homie Squills made that beat together. But after that, Blitzberg, '06 Michael Red, and what else? What else? What else? Where they at? I ain't
Mm,
produced. Everything else I produced though.
okay. And
Thank God I made that shit. Everything.
it's funny because when you said that to me when you produced both of them songs, at that time I didn't even know you produced. I was thinking like, boy, the producer went crazy in here, but to find out that was you when you told me that, I was like, damn, because that wasn't the first time I heard that sample, but it was the first time I heard that sample flip like that. Like that was a
Yeah.
very creative way to flip that sample. Because like I think I told you, first time I heard that was on a Haji beat song, and I was like, damn,
I didn't
that's
even know that, bro. You put me on. I didn't even know that.
yeah, Haji Beats, and I think Juicy J produced that, and it was like, damn, that's interesting. Which I was gonna say this because like I got a bunch of like funny ass tweets that you got, but this is the one I want to bring up because you had niggas genuinely mad when you tweet this out. So I was like, fuck, I'll just ask this right
Know
now.
what you finna
You
say,
know what I'm
bro?
finna say? So as a nigga who don't produce or anything, I actually want to hear you talk about this. You said it take a different type of nigga to genuinely ask you what you sampled. Hey, bro, you had niggas pissed off with that tweet. So if you could expound on that, I'm actually curious to hear what you got to say.
Cause, bro, you gotta understand, like, sitting down and finding the gold mine type, whatever you find your samples on, nigga, whether it be a vinyl, CD, or you literally just hop on YouTube. A part of that process is finding the sample, nigga. And, like, it's easy to just go to, like, no offense to bruh, but Andre Navarro and a bunch of, like, niggas with 100,000 subscribers. Every YouTube video they post, they getting 50,000. It's easy to flip those, like, and I bet you 100 other niggas done flipped them too, because niggas be in the comments like, oh, bro, I'm finna get home and just made a beat. It's like, damn, nigga just posted, you feel me? But, bro, why would I sit down, smoke however many J's, sit here for however many hours finding these samples, finding these pages with these samples with 200 views, 100 views, hard shit, just to make the beat for a nigga to be like, what you sampled, bro? And I just give it to him. Now he got the whole page, and he giving the page to his, like, it's just like some certain shit need to be gatekept, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit niggas just talking about, bro. Like, that's a part of the process, bro. Go find your own samples, nigga. Like,
Hey,
come on now.
I see you got the Black Lives Matter flag. It was a nigga that got in his black activist bag. And that nigga say, but we black brothers and sisters. We supposed to help each other out. You acting like the white man. Niggas on your head, boy.
Look. That nigga talking about all producers need to work together. Like, I hate producers like this. I'm like, bro, I ain't say nothing about not working with producers. I'm just saying find your own samples, nigga. Like, it's, come on. And look, that black, I'm in my little sister room, bro. We gotta take that shit down. We ain't fucking with that. That's political right there. We ain't fucking with the whole, you know what I'm saying?
It's so interesting. I guess to kind of talk about that, it's so interesting because, like, okay, so I listen to you and well, let's say less you. I would say somebody like a Mike or
Hmm.
niggas like that, and niggas feel very like pro black in their music. You know what I'm saying? But it's very interesting because I feel like white people love y'all, and not saying white people can't like pro black messaging, but like in my head, I would think if I'm Mike or somebody and I'm saying, "Hey kid, I love black people, kid," and all this shit in my music or what. That's my Mike impersonation. I was on stage doing that shit. I was on stage rapping about that to a sea of white people, and even your music. Not that you're talking about like pro black shit, but like some black ass music you making. Is
Yeah.
that kind of like I don't know? Is there ever like a dissonance or a disconnect? Like, damn, a lot of white people I'm rapping to right now.
It's not a disconnect, but it'd be funny as shit,
Yeah.
bro. I'm not gonna lie. It'd be funny as hell. It's not a disconnect though, but it's more so like I could understand why they gravitated to it more opposed to like a more like bang bang shoot 'em up type of rap, I guess. But it definitely be funny conversing with the white people at the shows and shit sometimes, and how they come up on you like, bro, fucking what, like it just be like, word, bro, thank you, like I appreciate it, but
Is it ever surprising to see like them like it as much?
hell yeah, all this shit surprising, Eric, for real, like nigga, white, purple, black, you like my music, I'll be like, damn, I appreciate you, bro, for real.
Nah,
But
for
it's
sure.
white people though too, because I feel like you said, like it'd be a lot of white people and whatnot at the shows, especially when it come to like the mic show and shit. I wouldn't expect my shit to get the same like like amount of white people, I guess, but they be showing love, like they be finding the music, they be finding the music.
No, it's interesting because like even though like let's say like y'all may have like similar sounds production wise sometimes like you and Mike, but y'all not talking about the same thing a lot of times because your shit
Facts.
really is more like I would compare it to like Sideshow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, that's fun.
it's interesting listening. You and Sideshow is funny, really Sideshow, because I feel like your beats sometimes may be a little bit more upbeat, but he'll rap over like these beats that you would think like this nigga finna talk about like, oh yeah, I was listening to goddamn Maya Angelou, you know, but this nigga talking about like robbing niggas and then he
Bro, that's
slapping
why that
niggas out.
nigga's so cold. That's why he the truth, bro. That's why he the truth.
I
That
seen
shit
that.
is
It had to be you. I seen a nigga listening to HTM Trey the other day, and I was like, a floor nigga must put him on that. I was like, that's hard though. So
yeah,
that's cool, but it's like, yeah, that's interesting. Like to hear what different people would do with that sound because the way a nigga like Mike might approach it is different from how you might approach it. The way you might approach it is different from the way Sasha might approach it or whatever.
yeah.
And I feel like it all comes out really good. And Sideshow, I guess while we on him, tell me about Sideshow. He's a very mysterious nigga to me, man. What type of nigga Sideshow is, man? I heard you say it's your twin.
That's what my nigga said. He said I can't do an interview. Just listen to my song.
Hey, I tried to interview Sideshow, did not get a Sideshow interview. That nigga's not lying. He's not doing
Yeah.
interviews.
Nah, Sideshow is it's a very charismatic young man, bro. That's my brother, like biggest heart in the world. He just be out the way, man. We all trying to get this breach, you know what I'm saying? My nigga be out the way, doing a lot of other shit besides rapping. Not saying it's illegal, we trying to get these properties
Of course.
right. You know what I'm saying? So bro just be moving
Hey,
back between East and West and shit.
for sure. I was about to say similar to you because you told me you was like, bro, you one of the only niggas I let interview me. What made you like? Why do you have an approach towards interviews?
Cause I did one interview and the shit never came out, and it was like I kind of like I went out my way to do the interview. We was at the homie show and shit. It was like my first time doing a set. My nigga Jay the first time headlining. And I like missed the nigga first 5 songs doing the interview and shit just for it to not come out. I'm like, bro, I ain't never doing a fucking interview again. But I fuck with you, bro, and you already interviewed hella of the homies and shit. So I'm like, it's probably like the first and last interview I do on some shit, at least for a minute.
Hey man, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And another nigga who's tapped in a lot with you and your homies. Shout out to Alphonse. I see he posts you a lot on Pitchfork.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like something I was gonna ask you, like, what are things as a rapper have you has happened yet that you was like, wow, that's kind of cool. I would imagine maybe like getting all these written articles, kind of like, damn, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas rocking with me.
Um, yeah, that shit cool, but I don't really be tripping off of it. Really getting money from shows and shit. Like, damn, like these folks trying to give me what to do what? I had to go do some whole other shit to make happen a year ago. You feel me? So that's what really be blowing my mind. Like, damn, it's in motion now. It's in motion.
Hey, it's like you're reading these screenshots that I have, man. Because you had another one that made me laugh. You said, dude, I didn't screenshot it, but you basically said, like, these niggas are nerds. Like, nigga, I only rap for, like, money and hoes.
Hey man, don't take nothing I say on Twitter serious. Yeah, I rap for black people. Positivity, bro.
That's funny. But no, seriously, because, like you said, a nigga might have to do some whole other stuff to get the money you seeing. So, like, when that happens, does that really change your perspective? Like, oh, this is actually, like, a way I could live.
Hell yeah, bro. Like shit that I would plot on with the homies is turned into like very like legal. Like nigga, I'm finna go make some shirts, some merch, like some cassettes, opposed to doing some other shit. So it's like I see that I could like pay my rent off this shit, bro, and amongst other things. So I'm like, all right, I gotta like my foot in the door. I gotta like come in this bitch aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Cause one month, 2 months, 3 months of pure grind to change your life, bro. So
What the song that I feel like is really finna get your bills paid. Like I can see a nigga like Drake reposting this. It's Thank Allah. Like
mm-hmm.
that's the one where it's like I think it's interesting because I could hear you super clear. You rapping your ass off, so
Yeah.
many bars. What the bar was? Nigga said he take the Cuban. You could have a pendant. That was hard.
Yeah.
What else you said? You said a lot of shit on that song. So when making that, did you know that was gonna be the one that like set you off, or that was just another song you was making?
Low key, I did, cause how I was rapping on that motherfucker. I knew people was going like, "Oh, he talking some shit," but I ain't think niggas was going like, "Oh, nah, this the one." Cause it's first off, it's a long ass song. It's 3 minutes. I'm just rapping the whole time. The hook or the chorus, whatever, coming at the end. It's not like a conventional, like a
Yeah.
traditional song. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think niggas was gonna be like, "Nah, bro, this the like niggas is playing it all the time." This shit 3 minutes long, Eric. Like, nigga. Like that shit crazy, bro.
Hey, but it's refreshing because think about it. Like we do live in an era where like songs really be like a minute and 30 seconds long. You know what I'm saying? Nigga have one verse, a hook, that's a song. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So the fact that you was just straight rapping and niggas love the video where you shooting from the Ring camera, um, you just going crazy on that song. So it
man.
doesn't surprise me that's the one because I sent you that thread I made where niggas was like, bro, this shit crazy. You know what I'm
And niggas
saying? So.
fucking with it. I'm like, damn, okay.
But I gotta be surprised because like I get it. Like even like when I'm doing videos and stuff, like nigga, I interviewed like Kevin Gates like a month ago or whatever, and like that nigga reaction to the interview, it was like a couple people interviewed him before him, not good interviews. My interview he liked, and the nigga was just like very complimentary to the interview. He was just like, "Hey man, you one of them ones, big bro. I really fuck with you. I only like people, big bro. I like you, big brother." Sorry about the technical difficulties, but yeah, we were just talking about. I was talking about Kevin Gates interview, and I was just saying like, basically like I get it, like on how like you doing something, and it's like, damn, people really like this. You know what I'm saying? Like people really like. It's just certain stuff that happen where you like maybe I could make this a living, and that's always a cool feeling. So shout out to it's always cool to see a young black dude. You know what I'm saying? Who probably would have never thought shit like this was possible 3-4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely hard. But yeah, you growing up in Florida, kind of going back, and now you live in New York, or you just be in New York a lot.
Nah, I live in New York now.
So how was that as like a culture shock almost?
That shit was crazy because my introduction to New York was like so like I'm not gonna say red carpet, but I had like I was around some good people and I seen like the real New York, I guess. Like I was around real New Yorkers when I came to New York. So and then it was like some modeling shit, like the way I got introduced to New York and shit. I only stayed because I got signed to an agency. I was around a bunch of model motherfuckers which was new to me, all type of shit. So I'm like, damn. It was cool, but it was like too much at the same time. Like it was overwhelming for real.
I didn't know you model. You model still, or is that just for the time?
Nah, I don't. Shit, if niggas call me some bread, I'll model or something. But feel me? But I don't got like no agent or nothing no more.
Gotcha. How was that?
It was cool, bro. It was a great experience. I learned a lot. I met a lot of people that I still. That's how I met Sideshow, bro. So
Mm,
yeah, bro, it was a great experience. I can't complain.
gotcha. Nah, that's cool. It's like New York is a place like that because I would imagine like being in somewhere like Kissimmee or Tampa or whatever. You ain't just gonna get. You feel me? Because I done heard niggas get profiled. Like niggas be walking in New York like, damn, like you look good. Like I'm a photographer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some shit that's probably not gonna happen down in Florida like that. So
Exactly, at all, bro.
that does make
You're
sense.
not even walking nowhere in Florida. The fuck you doing?
Exactly. Bro, it's normal for niggas not to have cars in New York, where it's like, oh yeah, I just walk, I just take the train. And it's like, damn, like nigga, train, like nigga, you need a car in Florida. You feel me? So
Yeah, no cap.
I definitely feel you. How long was it to when you moved to New York? You met Mike.
Oh, like I moved to New York 2018. I met Mike 2020. I met Mike top of 2021.
Mm.
So like 3 years into moving to New York, I met Mike
And
through my show.
and through Sasha, and I done heard you say like that's like a real close friend of yours. You know what I'm saying? Like how did I guess like how did y'all build that bond? You know what I'm saying? Because you can meet niggas and be cordial with them, but like y'all seem to be like real tight.
Yeah, we be talking about that shit all the time. Like, or me and Sideshow be talking about that shit. How like we could have just met and just been like, all right, he cool, but But really, me and bro, when we first met, like the first day I met Mike, we just like he an easy going nigga. Like he easy to talk to, but then it was also like, damn, this nigga a lot like me. You feel me?
Mm.
Like we a lot. We both like Margella and Zaza. Like we both appreciate each other. Like how we approach life and the art and shit. Like we both really respect one another. So it was just like I met the nigga through Sideshow one day. Sideshow went back home from New York. He went back to Virginia. And then I hit up Mike one day just on some random shit. I was like, what you on, bro? He was like, ain't shit, bro. Pull up on me. After that, since that day, bro, I've been with that nigga like 80% of the time for like the last 3 years of my life type shit.
That's hard. I mean, like I said, I see him in a bunch of your videos. I seen him in a Blitzberg video where the white guy looked terrified on that boat.
That's
He,
the homie Pat. Niggas need to stop playing with him, bro.
oh, y'all know that nigga? I didn't know.
That's our actual friend. Like
I thought that
niggas be
was
like,
a random. I thought he owned the boat or some shit.
on the boat or some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, rode the boat or some shit. Like, nah, that is the homie. Like, that's my guy.
What was that? New York?
Yeah, that was in New York. That was the homie Navin birthday. Like, just rented that nigga a boat or some shit.
Got you.
Yeah,
And it's funny because you brought him up recently. You said that's where you did your first interview at. But my first time actually hearing a song from you was your feature on "Holding On the
but yeah,
on
I remember you sent me the DM.
yeah. Oh, I DM'd you about that. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you was talking crazy on there. You know what I'm saying? Like that showed me like, damn, this nigga rapping his ass off. You feel me?
But you know it's crazy, bro. I recorded that shit one take, literally. Like Jada had highlight hop on some shit. I'm like, damn, bro, I can't hop on no shit. He was like, you want to hop on some shit? I'm like, shit, send it to me. That nigga Jada sent me that shit, talking crazy, bro. I'm like, what am I finna say to back this nigga up? Like, I recorded that shit one take. I'm like, this Jada. He like, bro, he spaz. I'm listening to him. I'm like, it's alright. Like, I don't even fuck with it. But then everybody, bro, we went on tour. Hella niggas come to me like, bro, that holding on shit, Jada C and shit. I'm like.
Bro, first of all, that beat is just beautiful. That I gotta keep holding on.
That's my
Who produced that?
Ryan, my dog Ryan, Rizzy.
He went crazy on that. And then I think you said at the very beginning of the verse, like one take Jake, right?
Yeah, one take Jake,
And you
literally.
you just went in on that. And like I said, that's one of my things that I feel like I gravitated towards you is that you're very like you rap very smooth, but you be slit talking. So it's like a nigga could just be listening to like the vibe of the music and not really hear what you saying and miss some stuff.
Uh-huh.
But like it be little shit like what you say. You said something like my grandma want me to do right. I've been moving wrong. I had to go through some stuff so I could have something to say in these songs.
Yeah, yeah.
I love stuff like that because I understand that because like I don't rap or anything, but like I know how to. The main reason I don't rap is because I don't have shit to talk about. If I had something to talk about, I probably would rap. So I
Yeah.
get what that means. Like, do you ever go through like phases where you can't write because maybe you don't really have you really had nothing going on, or you don't have anything going on at the time?
Hell yeah, the whole first like 3 months of working on that project, bro, I could not write nothing
Mm.
at all. I wrote like I don't know how I wrote "Think I Lie" in the middle of that, but yeah, bro, I be going through that shit all the time. I'm slick going through it right now, like
Mm.
low key. But I just be like, I don't have it. I don't let it get me in a bad mind state about writing. It's like, bro, I just don't got it right now. I go play Xbox or some shit. Make a beat. That's what's cool about making beats. I could just always do something musically inclined. Like, you know what I'm
No, for
saying?
sure. I feel like on Blood Diamond, I feel like you had a lot to say. Like you was saying some, that was like where I realized, like, oh, this nigga slick talking. What you say? You say nigga talking about a job. Man, I'm making this for the shit. I'm making this for the niggas in the kitchen working the pot. Like, ah,
Huh.
ah.
Real.
I like that.
Real, bro.
Is
Yeah,
that
Blood Diamond was, that's my baby, bro. That's my first baby for real.
mm,
Low key. Yeah.
that gospel music, libations is too short. I'm not gonna lie, that need to be longer. You talking about I think Allah being too long, nigga? That need to be thank Allah length. That you was that beat is so hard and you was talking so crazy. I'm like, why this nigga only rap for about 30 seconds, bro? This nigga was talking. So
Yeah,
yeah, man,
yeah.
that's a really good like. Was that a debut tape for you?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Really
Hell
good
yeah.
debut tape
Yeah. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
for sure. And so, what would you consider Dante's Inferno? Is that your second, or is that your like? How would you?
But low key, I'd take that back. I wouldn't say it's my debut tape. Do first mean that means that your debut? That's my first tape. Do that automatically mean it's like my debut?
I mean, I would say okay. So let me go back. That's like an EP, right? I would say that's like your debut EP, but like your first like full length. Well, Dante's Inferno is kind of short too, but I mean it's 9 songs, so I would say like that's kind of like your debut tape. But like your first, that was like your first EP. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Yeah,
real short, it's like 4 songs on there. But I would say Dante's Inferno is like really like your first real tape.
yeah. That's how I'm looking at it too. Like even the time that went into it, like so. Yeah, I feel like that's my first tape for real. Like my first real lengthy type shit.
Hey man, that ain't shit, boy. And every time I hear that nigga, I want to start Wu Tanging, bro. Nigga want, nigga want to start Wu Tanging, bro.
Yeah.
What that boy say? What you say, man? Nigga say, cocaine's one hell of a drug. Why did you look like Rick James? Love that
Come
bar.
on.
You know what I'm saying? That's a 454 beat, ain't it?
Yeah, me and him made that beat together.
One thing I'm realizing about him because people have been like telling me about him for a long time. He's a very talented producer.
Bro, that nigga top five.
Very talented producer.
Easily top five producer in the world, nigga. Nah, but even before he started rapping, like, start putting more effort into actually dropping songs and rapping and shit. The nigga with Squills made this beat. Like, niggas gotta understand, bro. He made the PlayStation. You know that Playboy Cardi song with the PlayStation shit?
Yeah.
He made that beat
So he been making beats for a minute.
for a minute, bro. Like, a minute.
So as a nigga who loves music, I could listen to his music and tell that that nigga has been working on production for a very long time, and I could tell he been working on longer than making music just because the production is just like this is crazy. Like he has a song called I think it's Stitch plus Lilo.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably my favorite song by him, and that beat is nuts. Like the
Bro, the
way he
way the 808s change in the middle of the song, I went on tour with this nigga, seen that shit live, bro. Like he an architect, man. That man a chemist for real.
shout out to him. Did y'all grow up together? How you meet him?
Yeah, we technically ain't grow up together, but I met him when I was like 8, bro, 9 years old. Orlando skate park.
Hmm.
We was both skating at Orlando skate park. Even back then, that was my dog. Like we would just kick it. We'd fuck around, leave Orlando skate park, go to 7-Eleven, skate around and shit. But I had moved from Orlando to Kissimmee when I was legit. I stopped skating. I had gotten to hooping again, and then moved to New York. Randomly, the nigga was living in New York. We reconnected on some like life shit, you know.
That's crazy. That's
Yep.
crazy. Like going from 8 years old, you know what I'm saying, being homies, leaving, and then connecting just off the whim of just like, damn, like we both do music now. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
very hard. When did you start making music? Like seriously?
Seriously, okay, like 2020. Serious, I say seriously. I started making music like 2020, 2019, 2020. I was making like music a little bit before then.
Yeah.
I had dropped songs and shit on SoundCloud, but I was like trying to be on some like blow up quick shit, like do whatever I can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was way, way to go.
How long? Like you said, that was serious. How long you just been messing around with it?
Low key, bro. I remember my mama bought me a snowball mic when I was like
Mm.
16, bro. I've been kind of like I used to be on Mixcraft, making little beats and shit, like record in the closet. The snowball mic, I had it hanging from a hanger. I was like 16, 17 for real. But then I had stopped rapping because like it wasn't doing nothing for me. Yeah.
How long you been making beats?
2020, same
2020.
same around the same time I started rapping seriously. Like
Got you. Oh, so you're new still, kind of. That's not that long.
ain't even really 5 years in yet for real.
Damn, bro. The City of 100 plays is a crazy. Like I don't know if you understand how crazy that beat is. Like that's a crazy ass beat, bro.
Bro, I listened to that shit so much before I rapped on it. I could never find no pocket. Like I could never. I didn't know how to approach that shit. But then one day I did the Back to High, Back to Reality shit. The same night I was listening to that shit over and over. The Back to High, Back to Reality shit. I was like, this shit hard. But I'm like, I'm tired of listening to this shit. I need to make some more shit. So I started going through beats and I heard that beat, bro. I'm just like, what the fuck I've been on? Like, it is hard. And I just started punching in, bro. I ain't writing none of that. Just punch that whole shit in.
For the niggas who have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm just gonna play a little bit of it just so niggas could hear exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This the sample sounds nothing like that. Like the actual song sounds nothing like that, and that's
Yeah.
what threw me off because I was like, that can't be the same sample. Now I was like, it's the same exact sample. So like,
Yeah.
that was like, what made you when you heard that? I don't know if you remember, like when making that beat, what made you say, I'm finna pitch this shit up? Like what was the process of making that beat?
Like I said, I was sitting on it for so long. Once I had came back to it that night, I started rearranging shit and it like sparked something again. Like, cause I was just like, it's too like repetitive. I had the first, you know, when the beat changed and I started rapping.
Yeah.
Initially, the whole beat was like that. Like I ain't had an intro, I ain't had nothing.
Mm.
That night I sat down, I was like, what can I do to actually like bring life to this beat to where I would want to rap on it and it'll slide. I started rearranging shit around, that's how it came out for real.
It's very very hard. And it's like I said, going back to like growing up in Florida, you know what type of like Florida, you know what type of nigga music Florida niggas love. What were you growing up listening to?
Um, Really, I ain't grow up listening to too much music. I swear, bro. Like I listened to what my mama was playing, and then like MTV in the morning, going to school and shit, you know, type shit. But if I had to, like, once I started really getting into music, like Sosa, I had my little pro era phase, where I was, like Capital Steez and shit, Joey Badass.
You know it's crazy. I quickly want to say this. I seen Mavi tweet out. What's the bar on Thank Allah? I think it's Thank Allah where you say like something like it's a something about white people money, but it's a black people planet
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
shit, it's the white folk money with a black planet.
He tweeted out. I seen a nigga say, "Damn, you sound like a Capital Steez bar." So that's interesting that you say that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
nigga said that. So that's interesting.
that's a compliment for real. But yeah, I ain't grow up like, bro. I grew up my formative years for real. Like I ain't have a phone until like 9th, 10th grade, bro. So like Jill Scott, goddamn Andre 3000, Outkast and shit. Like Erica Badu, you know shit your mama would play around the
Yeah,
crib.
exactly. I was about to say, nigga, your mama sound like my mama, nigga. Jill
Yeah,
Scott.
literally.
Yeah, so yeah, for sure. I
literally.
know exactly what you're talking about. Um, anything now inspiring you, like music wise?
10K, nigga. For real. I love when niggas be making their own beats, bro. Like Certified Trapper is hard,
I
bro.
still have not tapped into bro like that.
Bro, go tap in with that nigga. And niggas be like on some like, oh, all the beats sound is all like just having some shit to say type shit. It's like, bro, you gotta understand, like, this nigga made his own whole sound, like, and incorporated like the Milwaukee bounce with it, like with the New Orleans bop with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is hard, bro. Like, it's architecture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like when niggas make their own beats. And then who else am I fucking with right now? Lunchbox, nigga, Lunchbox go crazy.
Lunchbox. That's a new one. Who that is?
You don't know about Lunchbox?
Nah.
I can't even really like. He out of New York. He out of Harlem. He used to produce for Shaq West back in the day, but now I don't think he really be producing his new shit. His shit is just crazy, bro. Like, he got his own sound with it too. Like, bro, hard. You gotta go tap in with him. But yeah, shit, Squill, the homie Squillo, like, seeing how he do this shit, bro. Like, that's one of my main Squillo, Mike, Haile, El Custo. You hip to El Custo?
Nah.
Bruh, what?
I'm out the song. Hey, you gotta tap me
Hey,
in.
you gotta tap in El Custo and Pig. That's my top 5 right now. Like,
Okay.
Pig, bro, she be rapping her ass off. She got like one of the best voices for in rap. Like, she like made to be a rapper for real, bro. Like,
And that's 454 sister, right?
that's his blood sister. Yep.
Okay, for sure, for
That's
sure.
her.
And I guess while we on the topic of 454, do me a favor, man. Tell that nigga that a nigga in a bonnet told you that Stitch plus Lilo really one of the best songs of this decade. You know what I'm saying, man? Just, not that means anything coming from me, but that's a
I
crazy
got
song, crazy
you.
song.
I got
But a nigga don't want to keep you up here for too long, so I'm gonna end this how we started this, man. Who you got in the finals?
you. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie. After game 2, I thought Miami was dead in the water. After game 2, I don't know, bro. It might go 6-7 for real, but I don't see niggas out coaching Spoelstra, bro. I'm not gonna lie. When it come down to it, like, yeah, Denver got more firepower, but when it adjustments beat that shit. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you know how to adjust, and you know what I'm saying. So I low key got the. I hate to say it, but I low key got the heat, bro. In like 6 or 7.
Smart man. I knew you was a smart man. I knew you was a smart nigga this whole time.
Denver don't got no experience, bro. Them boys stay first time, and
Jokic is scary. I will say that though. Jokic is
that big goofy ass nigga, bro. That nigga is tough,
a big ass cracker though. A big ass cracker ain't playing. But no, I lie. I do want to end it off with this because, like I said, "Thank Allah" is the song that like everybody is like kind of getting hip to figure out who you are. What made the decision that you weren't gonna put no drums over that?
Crazy, bro. I made the beat. I made the melody. Put the bass line on it. The little laser shit. I'm like, damn, this shit so hard. I don't think I'm good enough to put drums on it. So I sent it to Squills. And that nigga never sent it back. So I'm like, bro, I'm finna just rap on this shit like this. I rapped on it like that, bro. And it was hard. I'm like, this shit hard. I sent it to Sideshow, bro. That nigga sent that shit to everybody in the world. Like, he was like, nigga, this the one. Like, nigga, drop this now with a video. I'm like, okay, for sure. Eventually, the homie Red. Let me give credit to my nigga Red too. The homie Red. I was showing him the shit. I'm like, bro, should I put drums on this? He like, let's see. He actually put the kicks at the end. The kicks and some of the hi-hats at the end when the beat dropped. I had that, bro, throughout the whole song at one point. And I kept showing niggas both of the versions. Like, bro, what y'all think? The low key, the deciding factor came down to Sideshow. He was like, bro, if you don't drop this shit with the no drums, like, you owe me a fair one type shit. So I was like, I compromised him, like, for sure. And then I was just like, I'm going to just have the drums come in at the end.
That was interesting because I was like, damn, niggas probably hear that for the first time and think like, okay, when the beat finna drop.
Right,
But
yeah.
you chose it to be like, it's gonna drop and I'm not rapping. I thought that was an interesting
Yeah.
decision.
And let me say one more thing before I get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
I seen some shit on Twitter. Like, I be going through little shit sometimes because I just be wanting to see what people saying. Niggas was like, some nigga was like, bro posted my shit. He was like, Drumless rap. It's like, fucking with it, I guess. And niggas in the quotes, he was like, nah, he need drums. And there was another nigga like, the nigga was like, niggas be trying to be too different.
I seen that.
I'm like, bro, I didn't try at all making this song. I didn't try making a video. Me and the homie Carlos, just putting shit together. We ain't even get enough shit to film. If you watch the video, it's a bunch of the same clips, low key, like. So I fuck all y'all niggas, man.
No,
Effort is
I seen that. The homies No Bells, they posted the original Drumless thing or
up,
whatever,
yeah.
and I see the nigga was I was just looking to see what niggas talking about before I did this interview. I seen nigga was like, man, nigga trying to be so different when you could just
Like,
be simple. You know what I'm saying? I see that.
alright,
Hey,
fuck
you
it.
be getting niggas heated on Twitter. I don't know what the fuck you be got going on, bro. Niggas be getting mad at you on Twitter. So, hey, man, you doing something right, bro. Niggas love you. Niggas getting mad. They feel it some type of way. I feel like the fact you making niggas feel, hey, man, you doing something right. So,
Yeah.
hey, man, before we get out of here, you got any last words you want to say to the people, man?
Uh, Stop littering, bro. For real. Like, it's not that hard to just hold some shit in your pocket or something. There's trash cans all around. Like, stop littering. Um, Find your own samples too, nigga. And I'm out of here on that accord, bro.
Hey, man, on that note, I appreciate everybody watching. Until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play. Y'all holla at your boy.